how would you describe how Kareem Hunt's duties will be divvied up in how he's used? How often will he be a third receiver? How often will he be in the backfield with Nick Chubb? And how often will he be the tailback instead of Nick Chubb? And maybe there's some other thing you want to throw in there. But if those are the main three ways Kareem Hunt's going to be used, what's like the percentage for each group of those ways to do it?
Dan, you can take this one at the outset.
Terry Pluto has called me Kareem Hunt's agent this offseason. I am endlessly intrigued with Kareem Hunt. I think when we talk about the Browns' third receiver, I think you have to start with Kareem Hunt. I think that's one of the really easy ways to get him on the field. When you go three wide, you can put him out wide. You can put him in the slot. I thought him and Baker had a really nice connection. So if we're talking percentages, I would imagine we're going to see him probably lined up as some type of receiver, even if he motions out of the backfield. I would say at least half the time, because I don't think you're going to take Nick Chubb off the field a bunch. So, let's say they divvy up the carries 80-20. So I guess we would say 20% as a running back. That might even be a bit much. And then he'll get to spend time in the backfield too. And I'm really bad at putting percentages on it, but I would start with receiver first, in the backfield with Nick Chubb second, and then spelling Nick Chubb third. And who knows, we might even see some tight end work too. He did a little bit of that last year.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you that it would probably shake out that way, because Nick has established himself as that workhorse back that just almost, that every down back that can just get that tough yard for you. But let's not forget, Kareem Hunt won the rushing title as a rookie. So he's a tremendous runner in his own right. And, there just might be different matchups from week to week where you say, look, Kareem Hunt does this a little better against this kind of a defense, and therefore it would be advantageous for us to have him on the field to create those kinds of mismatches, whether it be catching the ball out of the backfield or whatever the case may be. So he's more versatile, and therefore I think they're going to have to really throw out what they know about everything and go by who gives them the best opportunity to make yards and, to move the football on game day, and not go with, loyalties and different things like that. They can do so many things with these guys. And again, you've got, like you mentioned, some tight end that Kareem could possibly play. There's hybrid things. There's H-back type of role that he could play. Fullback, you could play them in the wishbone, split him out, play him in the slot. So you can do so many different things with him. I think the thing that they are going to like about him, if his head is on straight, like really straight this year, is the fact that he does lend ambiguity to whether or not you're running the ball or you're passing the ball. And I know that is very high on Kevin Stefanski's list.
I know. Yep. Going back to last year too, when they were struggling in the red zone, whatever they were trying to do in the red zone never fit with Nick Chubb. It just never did. And kind of all of a sudden when Kareem Hunt came back, there were some times when they would put him in the backfield. And I remember the Cincinnati game. So Chubb breaks off a big run to start the third quarter. They get into the red zone. Kareem Hunt finished that drive. And I think the type of back he is fit what they wanted to do last year in the red zone a little more. And look, if I'm a defensive coordinator and I've got to deal with Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry and Nick Chubb and some of these other guys, I just hate the idea of seeing 27 walk on the field. And like you said, Mary Kay, a former rushing title winner, if all things were right, Kareem Hunt would be a featured back still in Kansas City and be top 10 running back in the NFL, maybe even higher. So, he's here because of the circumstance, but he's still a really good football player. And I would just hate as a defensive coordinator to have done all this planning. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now here comes 27. I got to figure out what to do with that guy.